Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4 quarterback from Western Kentucky by way of South Florida. It's Mike White.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation. And if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Marcel Aitman, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Get it.
From the shotgun, here's White. Throw left side, complete. That's Morgan. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, Dawkins. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Ready? Now.
On 2nd and 9, White. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Josh Bynes gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Throwing on 3rd and long. White. Throw left side taken in by Aitman. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cardinals now under first-year head coach Cliff Kingsbury. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they need all of them to play better in this one, too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Four down.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Black 20.
51's the Mike.
Watch the run.
51's Mike. Mike 51.
Now on second and 13. Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, it was a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, White. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 18-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
25 yards that time.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Dawkins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down now, Hilliard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, White. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
Let's focus our attention on the offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, the first-round pick in 2015. In fact, the first lineman taken at number 5 overall, an offensive tackle in college, transitioned very well to guard in the NFL. Solid, reliable, 2 traits you love in an offensive lineman. How about tough, physical, and nasty? He's an Iowa offensive lineman. Those guys play well in the NFL.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On the ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Panthers first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st down, it's White. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down. White over the middle here to Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19.
1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Put that team on the bus.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now White. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Let's go, defense.
Here's White. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Bynes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they contemplate what to do on 4th and goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Okay, ready, let's go. Let's go.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Roethlisberger going to give to Williams on the draw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Cardinals. Damian Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 8, read. Go.
Now White with a first down throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they'll run on the draw. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, White. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
46-yard line.
Now Ben going to give it to Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Daniil Hunter on the start. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You got it. You got it.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Roethlisberger. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Black 30.
Bring it. Mike 51. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't block me.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
As his offense trots back out there, we take a closer look at Mike White. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll try the left side. Dawkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
60 yards.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard gain.
Speed trip.
White to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now White. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack on first down, White, and he's going to go down again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They run the counter. Dawkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. There's the Panthers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, baby.
As this offense trots back out there, we take a closer look at Mike White. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. On first down, Dawkins. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop.
Mike Mitchell on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, White. Throw over the middle, finds Aitman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
57. Mike, 57.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9. At the 37-yard.
On second down, Hilliard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second
Throw left side complete. It's Hill. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And Davis has it over the middle. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. There's White, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense? Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Dawkins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. Defense. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Roethlisberger now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, and this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Roethlisberger. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Roethlisberger. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, But that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Black 20.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Black is on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They get big Jason Peters, the left tackle. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He don't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now White. And he fires one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
Let's see how they respond now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, White. And he fends him off. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, here's White. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Panthers.
Check. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's White. Got an open man, it's Aitman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's White. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. White. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. White now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is White. Operating from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
Defense.
I think this one's going to be a face mask. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Cardinals 37.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Black 20. Right side.
Strong right. Strong right.
Black is good.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch counter.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. White, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now White from the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Cards, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.